You're listening to The Bird Bath. Welcome back to The Bird Bath. Each week we scrape the surface of the news you need to know, so let's get into it. This week we've got a food-focused episode, as well as a little bit more to come in the end here, but let's kick it off with a story about Purina. Purina has donated $4.5 million to 3 top veterinary schools focused on their pet health innovation projects. So the 3 universities were Cornell, UC Davis, and Colorado State, which we just did a fun webinar with some of the team from Colorado State. But Cornell University School of Veterinary Medicine is getting $1.5 million, and they're creating a new program, which they're calling CHAMPS, which I got to come up with more things so I can come up with more acronyms. But the Canine Health, Aging, and Mobility Program. The program's focused on advancing research in canine nutrition, healthy aging, rehabilitation, and mobility. UC Davis has their $1.5 million creating the Purina Distinguished Program in Gastrointestinal Health and Wellness, which doesn't get a fun name, but you could call it the DIPG. The initiative will address common gastrointestinal health issues in pets, advancing solutions for both dogs and cats over the next 5 years. That's a parameters on that size of the investment there. And then $1.5 million is going to Colorado State University's Young Investigators Award Program in the Center for Companion Animal Studies. It's up to 12 annual grants in perpetuity to veterinary students and their faculty mentors, supporting research and the dissemination of scientific advancement. Really cool. I love seeing additional opportunities for research. We've got a lot of fantastic veterinarians that are excited about academia, and to see a partner like Purina step up and put some funds behind this is always spectacular. Chief Veterinary Officer for Purina said these efforts aim to uncover new insights that will impact future innovations and change the lives of pets and the people who love them, and the veterinarians who care for them. So awesome to see it. Really excited to see what comes from that. There's been a lot of news around different types of food and the things that we're feeding our dogs and our pets. So excited to see what Cornell, UC Davis, and Colorado State University do with this funding. Another school that's doing some research around canine nutrition is Texas A&M College of Veterinary Medicine. Their team came out with a new study that links owner demographics and canine nutrition. It's a recent study that was published in JAVMA, and the Dog Aging Project at Texas A&M University, along with investigators at Virginia Maryland College of Veterinary Medicine, have revealed the reasons owners choose certain diets for their dogs can vary widely, with owner age making a bigger difference than income or education level. Pretty cool. So just to say that again, owner age makes a bigger impact than income or education level. It's something that I don't think a lot of people had looked at before. We thought that bougie dogs got bougie food from bougie owners, and it seems as if maybe a bit of a shift is there. In the recent publishing there took more than 40,000 dog owners and looked at their income, education, age, and where they lived, urban, suburban, rural, and they collected that along with the dog demographic information around breed, size, age, diet, and whether each dog saw a veterinarian for annual wellness visits. In the report, Dr. Katie Tolbert, who's a board-certified veterinary nutritionist, internist, and associate professor at Texas A&M, said, "We found that owner demographics play a much more important role in the selection of dog diets than previously thought. Sometimes we do studies related to dog demographic factors like breed, size, and age that we think influence the diet that owners feed. But if we don't consider the owner's demographic factors, we might not be looking at a complete picture." They go on to highlight that you may see canned food being fed, and they would have thought that perhaps it was due to the age requirements of the dog, whereas perhaps it's leaning more towards a generational demographic shift in what people are seeing. So pretty neat to see. The actionable piece that I think everyone should take away from this, though, is if you are doing, let's go to drop-off appointments. If you're doing a drop-off appointment in your clinic, it's probably important to understand some of the demographics and the age, the address, the locations, additional things like that around where that pet owner is coming from. If you can find a correlation between the age of the pet owner, it probably could lead you to a better understanding of what that home life is like for the animal. So something to worth exploring. I'll link the report from JAVMA and give it a read. It's always neat to see additional things, and maybe we'll see that Purina funding going to getting us more really interesting insights like this. Finally, there is a new AI partnership happening. There's an PetPace and Telemed have partnered to revolutionize Canadian pet care. They're bringing the AI-powered health monitoring collar from PetPace and putting it together with the telemedicine that Telemed offers to veterinary practices. What they're doing here is finding a way, as we've talked about before, to be able to take the data that can come from pet wearables and allow that to increase or improve the quality of telemedicine appointments. Often the concerns around telemedicine and telehealth is the inability to get hands on the patient. And PetPace, in this case, is saying that they've got an incredible way to, quote, monitor the widest range of vital signs and biometrics. Currently, it's just available for dogs, but PetPace is expected to release a feline collar in early 2025. They've gone through clinical trials, they've been through quite a few different things, and could definitely be something to check out. The idea here is that they're looking at heart rate variability, wellness score, activity score, pain indicator score, and a sleep score, allowing both the pet parent and the veterinarian to understand if there's any early signs of medical issues. Obviously it's not getting you diagnostic results through something like this, but it is potential that with the increase of data and the way that the data can be accessed by both the pet parent as well as the veterinarian and the veterinary care team, you would hope that you'll be able to catch wellness issues prior to these sort of things happening. Very interesting to see. I know a lot of companies are looking at tackling remote monitoring. I think it's going to be something we continue to see a growth in. We're seeing more and more people open to the idea of different form factors and ways in which we're caring for our pets. If you've had a chance to try out PetPace's service or Telemed service, let me know. I'm always interested to hear about companies that I haven't come across before. Both of these companies are doing some things in Canada, companies I haven't heard about before. The other tie-in and something that's been consistently getting asked to me is what happened in 2024 and what's going to happen in 2025. Well, I think something that a lot of us forgot about was that early this year, it was nonstop talk around VCPR, the veterinary client-patient relationship, and the passing of a lot of laws in California and Florida and other states that allow the increased utilization of telehealth across the platform. So it's going to be neat to see. Obviously, Telemed is up in Canada, but I would not be scared or I would not be surprised to see the utilization of a tool like PetPace or others to increase the quality of care that can be provided here in the States. Now, if you're looking for more news, obviously I've got a Substack that I love contributing to and putting together stories that go a little bit beyond and deeper in depth than what we have available here. But I also had the really great opportunity to be able to write an article recently for Today's Veterinary Business about what the deals looked like in 2024. We did a lot of research and dug into the consolidator side of the industry and the shift that we saw from 2023 to 2024 and maybe peeking into that 2025 crystal ball. So I'll be sure to link that. Give that article a read. I always love hearing what everyone thought. And if you enjoyed that or other musings, be sure to subscribe to our Substack. There's always great stories there. And don't miss out on any episodes by subscribing and rating the show. For the Bird Bath, I'm Ryan Leach. See you next week.